How's it going, fam? Welcome back to Erica's EDC, and today we are going over a bunch of fun new stuff that arrived the past couple of days for the channel. A ton of new gear. As you can see, mostly cutting tools, but a little bit of leather work, a flashlight. We've got a little pouch here, so we're going to go over it all and just show you kind of an introduction to what is going to be, the next few months of test subjects, right? You have already seen this, but not really in depth, and same with this. Also, huge thank you to Jesse. He's the one that provided basically all of this for the channel. He is the heart of the channel. So just a huge shout out to him because, we wouldn't have anything to review if it weren't for him. Let's go over everything in detail, one at a time, and just look at what is cooking for testing, okay? They're in no particular order. But first we have, you guessed it, another bake apple. This is from Kyle Noseworthy in Canada. He is a knife maker, a homesteader, a mechanic, a welder. He does everything. But he forges knives, and this is his bake apple model. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you would remember that I already tested one of these from him. It's got beautiful curly maple scales, and it's just a normal grind, like a saber grind. And I reviewed it, and this is, I would call it an updated version. We have a few minor changes. We have jimping now on this model. This is a Scandi grind. He still offers the saber as well, but this is a Scandi grind. And one of my biggest cons about that other knife, or I should say the only con, was that this area was not rounded off and it was sharp. And he must have watched that video and that review, because that is nice and rounded now. That area where your index finger goes up, it's rounded. So he must have heard the review, because that is nice. So this is one of the knives that we'll be testing and reviewing. It's an 01 tool steel, all hand done in his shop. Really beautiful little EDC and bushcraft knife. This one has a little bit of a larger choil, just a few, minor changes compared to the first one that I tested. So it's always nice to test reiterations and revamps of models that we've already seen on the channel. Beautiful handmade leather sheath as well. I just think, this looks really, really nice. The next one is from a maker that I did not know about until I knew about him. I did not know about Jeff Davidson at all. And I was just, perusing DLT trading one day, and I came across this little EDC fixed blade. Man, we can't talk today, can we? Lots going on here, trying to stay on track. I came across this on DLT trading, and because it is in ADCRV2 steel, and it is a small EDC fixed blade, I was really interested right away, and I think, it's a very slim, pointy, lightweight fixed blade. I thought it looked really neat, so, when Jesse was like, hey, is there anything that you want to test? I mentioned this, and this is the Gecko. So, handmade in Texas by Jeff Davidson Custom Knives. Like I said, ADCRV2 tool steel. That's a steel that should patina. Really nice little tiny fixie. It might look bigger than it actually is on camera, but this thing is tiny. Tiny. Gorgeous handmade leather sheath as well. It came with a Kydex one, but Jesse ended up picking this up as well, because we all like leather more than Kydex. Absolutely stunning. So again, another one that'll be tested. This is the one that I'm going to run for January. So really excited about that. The last fixed blade that came in is an Essie isula. And this is one that a lot of people have tested and reviewed, but in my opinion, a lot of people ran it in bushcraft situations only, in hiking and camping, and I'm going to run it as an EDC blade, which, there are plenty of people that do that as well, but I'm going to do the dog food processing and all of the homesteading stuff and just everything everything that I do, we're going to try doing it with an isula. Did get the custom micarta scales that you can install. Just makes the knife way more comfortable. The skeletonized version without these is not really pleasant to use and carry, so this is just much better. Not the biggest fan of this sheath. It's a, injection molded whatever. Probably going to try to get a leather one for this, just because this is just kind of big and clunky and cumbersome, but it'll carry the knife so that I can use it and test it, and that's what matters. So really excited about that. Obviously got that orange theme going on. Let's just hop into the TRM Neutron 2 real quick. This is a knife that I've already tested and reviewed on the channel, but TRM was kind enough to send these lizard skin scales along in bright orange, and I'm going to test those. Not sure if I'll carry them for a full month because, we're just testing the scales themselves, but just wanted to show that to you guys. We will run those and see how they feel in comparison to the smooth G10. Right off the bat, they're obviously way more grippy. They feel really nice, and that pattern is just gorgeous as it dissipates kind of down to nothing at the end, but very, very cool. Woo! You guys just went flying. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's kind of get you back on track here. Jesus. We are an absolute mess. There's a lot going on in the household today, so I'm trying to keep my head straight. Okay. I know you can see that little leg down there, but it is what it is. This is a leather sheath, or leather slip, I should say. And this is from a new guy that I met, I believe online on Instagram. It's Joseph Custom Leatherwork or something like that. But basically, he makes these beautiful leather slips, and he made this one for a knife that he had, but I guess it ended up not being the correct size, and he reached out on Instagram and was like, hey, would you like this? I'll just send it to you, Merry Christmas, no payment or anything. So this is a really large leather slip. I mean, I don't have anything to put in it because it's so large. Like, that's a TRM Neutron 2 next to it. It's massive. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this thing, but I need to find something to put in it because it's just gorgeous. Look at this work. This is like Michael Richter level. This is elephant skin, apparently. Elephant leather. So, I'll have to find something to run in this so I can test it and review it, but just wanted to show it because it is a new piece to the channel and a new leather worker that I have not worked with before. Jesse also sent this in. This is a waxed canvas little pouch from Hitch and Timber. Very cool. Kind of the same concept as that other pocket organizer that we ran. But this one just, you open it up and you put your shit in it. Pretty simple, not too much to it, but we'll see how it goes. We've got a little flashlight. This is a Phoenix E05R for rechargeable. Little tiny flashlight. It's turning on in my pocket, of course, because they keep putting the button there. I will figure out how to make that not happen, hopefully, but I matched some tactical cord with the brown, so we'll try that out. And lastly, I've already shown this to you guys, but this is the traditional knife that we're running for January, so we'll just kind of recap real quick. In this beautiful Michael Richter Horween slip, we have the Ultimate Slater. So this is a version of the Slater from Josh Francis at Knife Guy Mods. This is running on Ultim liners and vintage cross-cut micarta running the opposite direction that it usually does. Phosphor bronze washers, half stop, and carbon steel. Sorry that my hands are so jacked, guys. I'm just seeing now on the camera that they're just gross. Like, they're peeling, they're dirty. I have iodine stuck all on this finger. Calluses, I'm sorry. Yeah. So we're going to run this. This is obviously going to get the teeners. It's got something stuck in there. We'll run this for the whole month of January. Just another beautiful knife from Josh Francis at Knife Guy Mods. Another iteration of the Slater. Really fills the hand nicely. I love that Ultim with that micarta. The whole thing is just freaking gorgeous. Beautiful centering. So we'll run that. And this for knives for January. But that's all of the new stuff that came in terms of gear. And I just wanted to kind of show you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Let me know what you're carrying today. I will see you guys on the next video. Go use your shit. Learn how to sharpen your knives. I will see you so soon. I love you so, so much. Take care.